मेरा
हाँ,
पति साइड में था,
ठीक है।
एक इंसान आया, उसने उसको गोली मार दी।
यहाँ पे
उसने बोला कि ये शायद मुस्लिम नहीं है, उसने उसको गोली मार दी।
My husband was on the other side, and a man came and shot him. He said he's not Muslim, so that's why he shot him. These are not what from a film. This is real, and it happened in front of wife and child in a mini Switzerland of Kashmir, Pahalgam. In a horrifying act of pure evil, 26 innocent lives were butchered, massacred in cold blood in Pahalgam, Jammu Kashmir. Many injured. The terrorists came dressed as Indian soldiers, as local wolves in the skin of Guardian. They lined up people. They checked names. They asked for IDs, not for law and order, but to identify religion. It was a religious cleansing and execution carried out with methodical brutality. Tourist men, women, children were attacked without mercy. Husbands were gunned down in front of their wives. Father died in front of their kids. A newlywed couple went on their honeymoon and bride became a widow within a week of marriage. While the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, was on diplomatic visit to Saudi Arabia, while the Vice President of the United States was in India finalizing trade deals, while the Finance Minister of India was across the ocean in America, the enemies of humanity stuck, but India will not stay silent. Prime Minister Modi responds swiftly and powerfully. I strongly condemn the terror attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir. Condolence to those who have lost their loved ones. Those behind this heinous act will be brought to justice. They will not be spared. The rebel agenda will never be successful. Our resolve to fight terrorism is unshakable, and it will be get even stronger. Unshakable. That's the word. Not just for Modi, for every Indian. We have bleed enough. We have buried enough of all. There comes a time when sorry is no longer enough. That time is the world has stood up. President Donald Trump declared deeply disturbing news out of Kashmir. The United States stands strong with India against terrorism. We pray the soul of those lost and for the recovery of the injured. Prime Minister Modi and the incredible people of India have our full support and deeply sympathize. Our hearts are with you all. JD Vance, the US Vice President, also extended condolence for their horrific attack. Pahalgam bleed, but India not. The enemies thought they could shoot 26 of our people and fade into the mountain. They thought wrong. Within hour of bloodbath, the Indian response was not sorrowful silence. It was still in motion. The Russian embassy tweeted President Putin message. President of Russia Vladimir Putin extended condolence to President of India Draupadi Murmu and Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi over the tragic consequences of the terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu and Kashmir. France, the UK, UAE, Iran, Italy, one by one, the world leaders spoke in one voice. This was evil, this was terrorism, and this will not be forgotten. PM dials Amit Shah after terror attack. Home Minister reaches 3. Israel Prime Minister Ashton Chali wrote, My dear friend Narendra Modi, I am deeply saddened by the barbaric terrorist attack in Pahalgam, Jammu Kashmir that killed and injured dozens of innocents. Our thoughts and prayers are with all the victims and families. Israel stands with India and its fight against terror. The Prime Minister drafted diplomacy for duty. Prime Minister Modi cut short his visit to Saudi Arabia, cancelling a high-profile dinner with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. As soon as he landed in Delhi, he convened an emergency war, not at the office, but right at the Delhi airport. The message was loud and this is not a drill. This is not politics. This is war. Alongside him are the most powerful men in the Indian security. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, External Affairs Minister S. Jaisankar, and a full security briefing from intelligence and military officials. With a heavy heart, paid last respect to the deceased of the Pahalgam terror attack. Bharat will not bend to terror. The culprits of this dastardly terror attack will not be spared, expressed Home Minister Amit Shah. The hunt began. Army, CRPF, Jammu Kashmir Police, all unleashed in a massive cordon and search operation across South Kashmir. Villages sealed, roads are locked, drones in the air, boots on the ground. Less than 24 hours after the massacre, two terrorists attempting to infiltrate through Uri were gunned down. They are armed, they are trained, and now they are as in the war. No soft diplomacy, no appeasement pitches. This time, India isn't just strongly condemning, it's cleansing the house. This is a tragedy anymore. This is a turning point because a line has been when terrorists walk up to tourists and shoot them in the head based on their this is religious genocide with they didn't ask anyone about their caste. They didn't care who was from TMC, BJP, Congress, CPI, or DMK. Political ideology meant nothing. They didn't ask or check their political social media post. They didn't ask what language you spoke, not Tamil, not Marathi, not Bengali, not Kannada. They asked one thing only. What's your religion? And based on that answer, they pulled the trigger. This was a targeted religious execution. One woman, after witnessing her husband executed, shouted at them to shoot her their cold reply. Tell him we are here. Tell him this is our message. It was not just a killing, it was psychological warfare. Images and sketches of attackers surfaced online, majority Pakistani, some added by local collaborators. It is a national shame that Pakistan, collapsing under its own political chaos, now sends terrorists to kill tourists, innocent families who had nothing to do with any war. This level of cowardice, this depth of evil, is rare even among the darkest regime. But this is the level of cowardice and cruelty we are dealing. And the world might call it what? Ethno-religious cleansing, state-enabled genocide. But what triggered it certainly? Not even a week ago, a video of Pakistan Army chief Asim Munir went viral, where he was seen explaining the difference between Hindus and Muslims. Afterward, commented on Kashmir.
पाकिस्तान की कहानी अपने बच्चों को जो है आपने जरूर सुनानी है ताकि वो पाकिस्तान की कहानी ना भूलें. Well, our forefathers they thought that we are different from the Hindus in every possible aspect of life. Our religion is different, our customs are different, our traditions are different, our thoughts are different, our ambitions are different. That was the foundation of the two nation theory. My dear brothers and sisters and sons and daughters, please don't forget this story of Pakistan. And don't forget to narrate this story of Pakistan to your next generation so that their bond with Pakistan, it never weakens. Whether it is the third generation or the fourth generation or the fifth generation, they know that what Pakistan is for them. Our stance, government stance on Kashmir is absolutely clear. It was our jugular vein. It is our jugular vein. We will not forget it. And we will not leave our Kashmiri brethren in their heroic struggle, what they are waging against the Indian occupation.
Asim Munir, a terrorist like Osama bin Laden, commented by former US Pentagon official Michael. And now they have poked a trigger. That's done. Being chained. Bharat will mourn, yes, but Bharat will not bend. The fire has been lit and it's burning towards justice. The Defense Minister Rajnath Singh posted a video message. He is a guy who talks less and does the action. Not to forget, he is Defense Minister who in charge of defending the country from outsiders, not Home Minister who is in charge of internal matters. And right there, the message become a very important.
यहां मैं भारत के दृढ़ संकल्प को दोहराना चाहूंगा कि टेररिज्म के खिलाफ हमारी जीरो टॉलरेंस की पॉलिसी है. भारत का एक एक नागरिक इस कायरतापूर्ण हरकत के खिलाफ एकजुट है. भारत सरकार वो हर कदम उठाएगी जो जरूरी और उपयुक्त होगा. और हम सिर्फ उन लोगों तक नहीं पहुंचेंगे जिन्होंने इस घटना को अंजाम दिया है. हम उन तक भी पहुंचेंगे जिन्होंने पर्दे के पीछे बैठकर हिंदुस्तान की सरजमी पर ऐसी नापाक हरकतों की साजिशें रची हैं. ऐसी हरकतों का जिम्मेदार और इसके जिम्मेदार लोगों को आने वाले कुछ ही समय में जोरदार तरीके से नजर आएगा. मैं देशवासियों को आश्वस्त करना चाहता हूं.
PM Modi's chair meeting of Cabinet Committee on Security and the response after was like the aura of the main character.
Recognizing the seriousness of this terrorist attack, the CCS decided upon the following measures. 1. The Indus Waters Treaty of 1960 will be held in abeyance with immediate effect until Pakistan credibly and irrevocably abjures its support for cross-border terrorism. 2. The integrated checkpost Atari will be closed with immediate effect. Those who have crossed over with valid endorsements may return through that route before 1 May 2025. Pakistani nationals will not be permitted to travel to India under the SARC visa exemption scheme visas. Any SVAS visas issued in the past to Pakistani nationals are deemed cancelled. Any Pakistani national currently in India under SVAS visa has 48 hours to leave India. 4. The Defence, Military, Naval and Air Advisors in the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi are declared persona non grata. They have a week to leave India. India will be withdrawing its own Defence, Navy and Air Advisors from the Indian High Commission in Islamabad. These posts in the respective High Commissions are deemed annulled. 5 support staff of the service advisors will also be withdrawn from both High Commissions. 5. The overall strength of the High Commissions will be brought down to 30 from the present 55 through further reductions to be effected by 1st May 2025.